Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Rome 2 Siege action. We got a 3v3 for you here. This one has been sent in to us by the Boxer. And before we start, I just want to say that I was alerted to the fact that the Discord link in the descriptions below and one of my previous, and I'm assuming all of my previous videos, didn't work. And upon further investigation, I came across the fact that, well, I thought I had set the invite, the link to be infinite. It was set on, I think it was like a 7-hour time, that the link would be viable for 7 hours. So that's cool. Here I've been telling you guys to join the Discord server, and you guys haven't been able to join the Discord server. So I changed it. It now is set to infinite time, so it's just always an open invite. At least I am hoping that it is. If not, please let me know if it's changed at all at any point, and I'll correct it again. But yeah, so with that being said, for all of you who have subscribed, and if you have Rome 2 battle, even if you have Attila battle replays, because I'll cover those too. Not that I'm not as confident in the various unit types and at a glance deciding which unit's going to win over which one with Attila as I am with Rome 2. I'd still absolutely 100% cover Attila, especially modded Attila. So if you have Attila replays, send those in too. But yeah, if you have Rome 2 replays, win, lose, or draw, I want to see them all. So feel free to jump into the Discord server, drop those replays in the replay section, and I'll get to them in a timely manner. Of course, if you don't know how to find your replays, feel free to ask myself or somebody else. I'm sure would be more than willing to help you navigate how to find your replays. But if you don't want to do that, you can always just Google or YouTube it as well, and that will also give you the same result. All right, but anyway, let's get into this. We'll go over the players on the field of battle, quickly go over army comps, and then we'll get right into it. So we'll start with the defenders here with Antisocial Husky. It's a little bit of an oxymoron, isn't it? Huskies aren't necessarily antisocial. Well, that's the hilarity in the name, and believe me, there's two other very hilarious names here. It's one of the reasons why I love this game. Antisocial Husky is playing as Lusitani. The Boxer is playing as Misacely, one of my favorites, and Slit and Lull, I think it is playing as Galatia. Attacking, we have Major Disaster playing as Syracuse. Now, that is an important distinction because I believe Syracuse A, how it's spelt here, is from one of the DLCs. It's not actually just Syracuse. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive that I am not. Audacy is playing as Arverni. I think I said that right. And then I'm going to say this properly too. All right, so don't make fun of me when I say this, but here it is. Yar, I is a pirate playing as Seleucid. I fucking love this game. All right, let's get into the army comps, and then we'll get into the actual battle itself. So Lucid is bringing, what do we got back here? Way in the back. We have 1, 2, 3, and I would imagine 4. Yep, Syrian heavy archers off on the wing over here. Some Median cav. Silver shield swordsman as a general. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 thorax swords. Unit of Thurios spears up in the front. A big old ballista boy right there. Hillman, and Hillman. And that's it for Seleucid. Arverni is rocking. Naturally, they have 4 Gallic hunters because all the siege towers are up here. And then we have frontline. We got some Levy Freeman, 2 units of that. Looks like, and we have some Celtic warriors. 1, 2, 3. 3 Celtic warriors. Yep, just 3 Celtic warriors. We have 1, 2, and 3 Oathsworn. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chosen swords. And a big old ballista boy there. And then Syracuse is rocking. What do we have? Some archers, 2 Balearic slingers. Don't they get Cretans? I thought that they Cretans are available to them. Or yeah, I thought that they get Cretans. Maybe they don't actually. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Picked Hoplite General, a unit of pikes, just 1 unit of pikemen. Front rind. I was about to say front rind. Front line of thorax swordsmen. 3 Sam Knights, it appears. Yes. And then 3 more thorax swords, not Thorios. And then 1, 2, 3 Thorios spears off over here on the wings. Definitely, it looks like they're a little frayed. Well, Masacely is on the field of battle, so naturally you always have to expect Numidian riders to be charging out of nowhere at you. All right, let's start with Lusitani here. We'll start from the back and work our way up front. We have 2 units of Lusitani nobles, 1, 2, 3 Balearic slingers or Balearic, depending on what country you're from. Veteran shield warriors. We have 2 there. 5. Let's see, Iberians. That's 3 Iberians. And the front line of Scutari spearmen. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another unit of Balearic slingers there. So that rounds out their army there. Masacely is bringing what we got here. Tribal slingers. We have heavy Numidian skirmishers. Ooh, naughty. You have 1 too many. Right? Or no, am I wrong? I might be wrong, actually. Let's see. We have tribal slingers. Where was the other? I thought I saw another one over here. Tribal slingers, right? Tribal slingers. Skirmisher. Oh, here we go. Tribal slingers, and then I know I saw heavy Numidian skirmishers somewhere. Unless my brain's playing tricks on me, which is... Oh, heavy Numidian... Never mind, I'm wrong. Heavy Numidian skirmishers. Why did I saw that, and I thought it was the cavalry unit. That's my bad. And then a Desert Cav, and then what do we got? I know he has 1 desert cohort, and the rest are desert legionaries. And then we also have... Where are they? We have 1, 2... 3 Numidian light infantry, and I believe also there's another one, so that's 4. I could have swore that he had also just had the Gatuli tribesmen. I guess I was wrong. And then Galatia to round everything on out. Noble horse here looks like they're getting ready to sally on out, or look for an opportunity to at least. Galatian legionaries 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Galatian legionaries, and then Galatian swords. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 naked swordsman. Ooh, Celtic slingers and not the Syrian. Oh, actually, I'm lying. Yeah, there we go. There's Syrian, Celtic slinger, and then do we have a 4th Syrian archer? Yes, we do. All right, so interesting. We got a tower over here. Kind of a moot point, though, because you can't actually land your tower up here. I'm almost positive. If you can, I think it's only here. But yeah, I'm almost positive that you cannot land your tower here. However, if you do have artillery over here, you can knock this wall down and head up this way. Although it's a steep incline. It's going to fatigue your men more. And of course, if you don't take care of the arrow tower here, and as well if the defenders have archers here, you're going to be incurring a lot of incoming fire. But oh wait, there are chariots. Yeah, that's right. I knew there were chariots here. Scythe chariots from Seleucid. All right. So 54 seconds on the clock. 54:26. 54 seconds. Jesus. Oh boy. All right. It is Monday. You got to give me that at least, okay? Just give me the fact that it's Monday, okay? 54 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock. Let's get this one underway. All right, so right off the bat, hopefully our Vernie. Ooh, wow! What a sliver of a gap to slip these shots through. But hopefully, I mean, obviously he's doing this to protect his ballista. Seleucid is as well. Actually, I like Seleucid's kind of tiered defense here to defend his ballista. Very nice. Hopefully, though, the both of them don't just move them forward without spreading them out in nice little intervals. Because as we all know, the towers can get glitched on each other. And then when you go to dismount your men, it doesn't always dismount all of your men. And that can be frustrating. It can make you cry. Levy Freeman moving forward. Not sure why. Probably just maybe they're worried about getting sallied out. I mean, Levy Freeman do get a pretty good defense bonus against cavalry or large units. Rather, it's 25. It's practically maxed out. Misasely wisely not even bothering with the Levy Freeman, going after them with the ballista. It's not worth it. I mean, this type of unit ends up breaking relatively quickly. So it's better to conserve your ammo and go after something that's a little bit more worth your time, which he's actually managing, it looks like, to get some shots off here. Look at that! Banked the shot off of the siege tower and managed to destroy at least one of the ballistas. That's one silence. He's now shotgunning shots at the Hillman. Not terrible. I mean, the minute that they land, they're going to get absolutely slaughtered. Lusitani's moving up. I would actually like to see Lusitani move up these units immediately right up here to meet with the Hillman, just so that Misasely doesn't lose his ballista right away. That would be the best thing to do, and then I don't know, maybe he'd be able to save him. So, but he's firing away. He's trying to do something here. 72. I mean, if he can get a couple more shots off, he can't. He could shotgun, though, these couple of shots. But, yeah, there they go. That is unfortunate, but shit happens, doesn't it? Anyway, no kills from either of these two units as of yet. Honestly, this has kind of worked out for Lusitania and Galatia in the long run, because as Syracuse and Arverni move forward, they can swing their ballistas around and really just hammer into the sides of these guys. Arverni's moving forward. Possibly, maybe he's going to get some of these units up on the towers here. We'll obviously have to wait and see. Syracuse, though, has kind of put himself a little far away from everything. He should be closer, because he's going to have a long, long walk to get to either these towers or even these ones over here. There go the Hillmen, immediately getting routed on out of here. Shredded to bits. 59 guys left. Only, at least they killed one guy. They got one guy killed. And this actually burned. Oh, it was probably the, the Gallic hunters. Is it Gallic or Celtic? I can't recall off the top of my head. It's Monday. Leave me alone. So anyway. But yeah, Seleucid has made an opening. Or rather, Arverni has made the opening. Seleucid is just pushing forward his siege towers. Honestly, yeah, they're playing it cautious at the moment, at least, which not a terrible idea. Why rush in? They're at least allowing. Oh, are we coming over here to burn this down? I've been seeing this a lot lately, actually, where players have been going to burn down. Are you? Possibly. Where they've been going to burn down the towers before they get in there, just to help themselves out a little bit more. And it's not a terrible idea. Shots coming out. Oh, no! Galatia! You guys are getting shot at! Oh, he's firing at the Levy Freeman. That's not what I'd be going for. I would swing this around immediately. Because from the side, obviously, he's going to lose these guys. But if you can swing it around, I mean, this thing has such a huge hitbox that it... There you go, bud. It's a great... it's a great defense from arrow fire if they're not using Flaming Shot. So already, Gallic Hunters pulling on back. Ooh, no! Who fired that? Or was it? It is. It's Galatia just shooting right in. But unfortunately, because he's doing that, he's actually, well, he hasn't yet. But yeah, he's fine. I would save my ammo. What? I didn't even see them throwing the torches, but yeah, it got burned down. There you go. No, move your guys away. Don't forget, these when they collapse, they will cause damage to your own troops. All right, so the attackers are playing it safe. Definitely the smart move to make here. I've definitely seen too many times a breach get made and then people just bum rush. They're actually waiting for some support from the siege towers here to actually land some troops down on the wall, and then they'll be able to capitalize on this breach. Yeah, there we go. Galatia and Lusitani forming up a nice little defensive line here to encompass not only the towers from Seleucid, but whatever forces Arverni and or Seleucid or even Syracuse might send on in here. And then naturally they're going to try and snuff this out as well. All right, so they got everybody away. Didn't lose anyone, so that is definitely good. Galatian Swords, though, lost quite a few guys. 13 kills, though, probably from those hillmen who broke immediately. And he's just going to keep on working down the line. Celtic Slingers, though, getting on in here. If they can get a nice little angle on the Levy Freeman, oh, I don't think I would have done that. I definitely don't think I would have done that, because now your Levy Freemen are going to be gone. Their armor's okay, it's 45, but getting shot in the back, no one enjoys that. Unless it's between two consenting adults. Anyway, moving right along. Moving right along. Levy Freemen have been propped up behind this tower here, but the arrow tower is going to keep on firing here at this. They're going to move forward. I would have left them here. I would have left them to keep them from moving back forward. But honestly, I mean, there's only 76, 75 guys left. They're going to take a couple of shots before they can actually burn this down. So they're going to lose some men here. Slingers coming back up on the wall, so there you have it. Levy Freemen here have mounted the walls. Got rid of, who was this? I think this was Galatia's artillery unit. Can we focus in on just the artillery? We can find out. No, we can't. That's okay, though. Hillmen are going to make their way into sooner or later, I would imagine. And Seleucid now has free reign to open up. Already up to 179 kills. Wow. Doing a lot of work over here. But, I mean, as Seleucid just sits here, though, with his men, the arrow tower is going to start firing at the siege towers. They are going to incur fire damage, and over a long enough... I mean, oh my god, this one's burning. These hillmen are not... They're going to die from smoke inhalation before they even make it to the wall. Little brother. Median Cav has been brought up, along with pretty much everybody else. Syracuse is still kind of hanging on back. I mean, maybe he's just waiting for everybody else to go in. It could 100% be a situation where you let your allies go in first and do as much damage as you possibly can, and then you, having fresh troops, go in afterwards to beat up the, already beat up defenders. Looks like the Levy Freemen over here did not have a great time, and they are gone. But no, Syracuse is just going to charge right on in. I'm sure... I mean, these guys are in shield screen. I mean, they have an 87 melee defense is pretty insane. So they're going to be able to tank pretty well against, especially the Celtic Warriors, and I would imagine even the Thorax Swords, at least for a time. But don't forget, I mean, we have Tribal Slingers up here, and Syrian Archers who are just going to be laying down a hellish amount of... supporting fire down on these troops here. I mean, the Celtic infantry, or the Celtic warriors are already losing. Yes, I know. Cthulhu Tribesmen getting focused down immediately. I mean, their armor is 0, so they are literal sponges for any type of projectile fire. So they're gone. But they've been, Cthulhu Tribesmen The Gatuli tribesmen have a pretty insane melee defense, which is, well, pretty insane. Which actually makes them perfect, a perfect pair up against units that specialize in AP damage. Not saying that the Gatuli tribesmen could win in a prolonged battle against Shotel warriors or Cartly axemen or axe warriors, but they could definitely give them a headache. But look at this, my lord. Skitarii spearmen getting caught out by some thorax swords. Arverni and Seleucid capitalizing on this hole right here. Such a big one. Defenders scrambling to plug it up before they get too far. And they have been stopped in their tracks. Galatian swords are pulling back. Numidian light infantry have met. Skitarii spearmen have captured these Celtic warriors, stopped them in their tracks. We just have an all-out brawl going on right here. What is going on? Why are you doing that? Why are you pulling away? Uh-oh. Oh, he's going for charge. They only have a 20 charge bonus. Oh, it's Iberian swordsmen. Yeah, they're not... Iberian swords are good, don't get me wrong. I think that they are a very good unit. They have an insane melee defense. Their armor is trash. And I will say this till my lungs collapse and my face is blue. I think that they are better, in my opinion, for a late game unit. Especially if they are the Iberian swordsmen from Carthage or from Aravaki. Because they have directionable javelins, much like Thurio spears. And I think that will just play out better. Seleucid here just kind of hanging out. If he's not careful, though, I mean, they didn't get to burn down this tower. It is... These siege towers are within its sphere of influence. So if they sit here long enough, they will burn. Galatian swords getting pretty well beat up. Only 30 kills, down to 58 men and falling fast. Celtic warriors going to get a nice little side charge in on them. Thorax swords weren't doing too hot, but now the tables are turning on Galatia in this corner here. But now we have Balearic slingers, tribal slingers, and I believe, yeah, mercenary Syrian archers, 2 units of which firing into the mass here. So if they can kind of just keep them bottled up in here for a little bit, I mean, granted, they are getting shot at, which is unfortunate that both of the artillery here is gone off the walls, because they could just level these guys with how clumped up they are. But, man, they're just trading units, routing units. And it really is going to come in fire support, incoming fire support from either the allies or the attackers, defenders or the attackers. Is going to really be what decides what ends up happening here. Who can lay down the most incoming fire and get good angles, too. Which, honestly, in my opinion, I think that at least some of these units here should probably be over here and firing into the rear. But it looks like the defensive line here is broken. And this always presents a bit of a problem with this settlement, in my opinion, is that this is such a great spot to have archers and slingers and stuff, because it's obviously a high point in the settlement. You can fire down. Slingers have the better view of what they're firing at. But if you can't hold here and the attackers bust on through, you need to be aware of when exactly that is going to happen so that you can evacuate these units. 12 kills, 121, 48, and 110. Are they out of ammo? They are not. So they still have plenty of ammo. Well, not plenty, but they still have ammo left. And he needs, or they need, yeah, it looks like Masacely is getting out of dodge, possibly. Yeah, they need to get out of here. They need to fall back. Or just hold on and harass for as long as humanly possible. It's one or the other. But the attackers skirting the outside of this hill, coming around. It looks like, look at that. Is he? Or is... No, he's dismounting. I don't think I would have dismounted. Oh my god. Yeah, I would have... I would have had... Bleh. Or I would have suggested for our Vernie to charge into the back of these Iberian swordsmen and then landed both of... There you go. And landed both of these Hillman units so that they can also engage with the Iberian swords and get rid of them. Ooh, Medine Cav made it on in here too. Did they get anybody? No. Oh, man. Desert Legionaries surrounded by 5 units. Losing decisively. Their numbers aren't dropping too quickly, though. And because Seleucid and Syracuse are attacking them in the rear, that's exposing their rear. So they are, of course, going to get shot in the back. Another unit dogpiling on. Trying to get rid of these guys. And yeah, they're going to be gone soon. There we go. Seleucid and Arverni rushing up here, trying to get rid of the incoming missile fire. Looks like Masacely's travel slingers are gone. Unfortunate, but hopefully he used as much of the ammo as he possibly could have. Yeah, but I would have tried to have at least held maybe like here on an angle. Just because you don't want them to come too close to here. Because once they get engaged with these Galatian Legionaries right here, it's going to start to nullify this. I'm always curious about this tower. Like, this tower isn't firing anything, right? Yeah, no arrows coming out of this. So it's just there for aesthetic reasons. These Iberians, wow, I'm surprised. 143 kills? How'd they pull that off? Oh, that's out. Revenge of the Hillmen, though. They got a nice little rear charge in on them and made them break. So those Iberian swords are gone. Archers are now in. Syracuse still has quite a few units left on the outside. 58 kills for their ballista. They rounded out to 241 for Seleucid's ballista. Well done. Thurio Spear's just kind of hanging out. There's no way he still has ammo, so you might as well just bring this guy in. Oh, he's out of ammo. 125 kills. He's definitely out of ammo. Chosen Swordsman not having the best of times. I mean, the Galatian Legionaries are a pretty tanky unit and a good all-rounder. They're like the middle ground of all the units in Rome, too, I feel like. These Thorax Swords probably not going to have the best of times. I would imagine these Galatian Legionaries, or even the Galatian Swords here, will end up charging in soon. Although he might be a little hesitant to do that because he doesn't want to allow the Syrians to get got. Hillman bravely charging into some Legionnaires here. Oh, you brave, brave boys. They're winning decisively? Oh, no, they're not. That was Masacely. I was about to say, like, how is this happening? They're a severely depleted unit. Have they been given steroids and methamphetamines? But so far, I mean, just look at the amount of bodies. Absolute carnage so far. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. There it goes. Oh. Does this Galatian Swords get routed that easily? Really? I feel like we just saw them like 2 seconds ago and they just disappeared. That is wild. Chosen Swordsman not doing too hot against the Galatian Legionaries. Hillman obviously not doing too good either. We got a relatively fresh unit. Not even, actually. There's down to 76 men. What am I talking about? But we got a fresh unit of Thorax Swords here. Balearic Slingers are firing wisely, going after the Gallic Hunters. Definitely want to go after those and get rid of them as quickly as possible. So that's definitely a good target to go for. I mean, the Galatian Legionaries will probably be able to do fairly well here. But, ooh, they found an opening, and they're going to start charging after the guys. 387 kills, though. So these guys are either, A, almost out of... Looks like they're out of ammo. But 389 kills. My lord. Thorax Swordsman duking it out with some Galatian Legionaries. 125 to their 141. They are losing, though. And then you got the 72-man unit of the Chosen Swordsman there. These Galatian Legionaries also are putting up a good fight as well. Meanwhile, over here, no real movement as of yet going down this causeway right here. A lot of the fighting's going on right here. 125 men left in this Desert Legionary unit. Up to 168 kills, not too bad. Thorax Swords, 2 units getting sent on in to help deal with these guys. And I would imagine, I mean, they won't be gone right away, but slowly but surely the Desert Legionaries will start to lose against 2 units. If it was just 1 unit of Thorax Swords, I would say that they don't have a snowball's chance in hell, but they got 2. Galatian Legionaries starting to lose, unfortunately. It's no surprise. But this Legionary unit over here managing to deal a mortal blow to the Hillman there. Charging back in onto this Chosen Swordsman. And probably going to be able to get into the Thorax Swords as well, sooner rather than later. So hopefully this Galatian Legionary will be saved. But no, he's actually turning around. He's going to try and hold back these units here. Pardon me. You brave, brave man. But now they're going to get shot in the back, in the side, and charged in the front. And this is going to allow the attackers to have this plateau here to utilize their archers. Oh, no. Did he get his Tribal Slinger? No, these are different Tribal Slingers, I think. So, Atari Spears in shield wall, or shield screen, rather. Not a lot of them left, so they're not going to last too much longer. Yeah, already losing decisively. I mean, it's against 3 units. No surprise, even in shield screen. If they were a bigger unit, if there was like 80 of them left, then maybe they would have a little bit of an okay time, but no such luck. Stereo Spears rushing on in. The lone Galatian Legionary unit. Put up a good fight. 192 kills. Wasn't that just 188 like 2 seconds ago? And there they go. So not too bad. So far, balance of power is slightly in the favor of the attackers. We're going to have to see how this goes. I mean, they had a pretty good first half of the battle. They managed to get in there without, I feel, too much loss to any of their armies. There's a Legionary still holding on. 209 kills, doing a hell of a job. Looks like he actually got rid of, or unless he swung one around. But now he's going to get charged in the rear. I would imagine he's going to, yeah, there we go. Looks like now they're just going to come capture some of these towers here. Probably the gates here as well. He has the Desert Cav here. And they get a pretty decent charge bonus. I don't know if they get javelins, but I mean, this unit here is so far out by itself. It may be worth just harassing it. Doing a couple cycle charges. Even though it's like Cav. Oh, we're coming out. We're getting ready to come out. He's going to look for something. They're going to have to hope, if this is going to be a team effort between the two units of Cav, they're going to have to hope that the attackers aren't paying attention and that the ranged units are left behind unattended to. Look at that. Staying just out of reach of anything that could potentially shoot them. And what do we got left here? We have the Thurio Spears, the three Sam Knights, right? Yep. Fresh and ready to go. That's going to be scary to deal with. And then chariots, too, of all things. Chariots definitely, well, could and I would imagine will end up being a huge problem. Although I will say this, chariots inside, or even cav inside a settlement is difficult. I feel like some barbarian settlements are definitely more conducive to having chariots inside because they have more wide open spaces compared to Hellenic or Italian settlements. So if he can find a good opportunity to exploit Seleucid, that is, and get his chariots in here, I mean, this is a nice wide open area. Even all of this is a nice wide open area. All of that is, so who knows what could potentially happen with the chariot. They could get some serious kills in. But there's still too many javelins here that haven't been used for him to bring the chariots any, like, too close. Because remember, if you want to stop chariots or elephants, it's javelins. Javelins, javelins, javelins. All day, every day. Not to say that arrow fire can't stop chariots, because it definitely can. But arrow fire, unless it's fire shot, I feel is not as effective against elephants as compared to javelins. Are we now? I think he thinks he's doing something smart here. And to his credit, if it worked, it absolutely is something smart. But who's tossing those javelins? Is it them? Someone just tossed, right? Oh, it's Assyrians. I would not even waste my ammo. It's not worth it. Because they can't get up here. So it's not really, it's no consequence. But what this is doing is distracting Galatia from the fact that there are 4 units of Syrian archers, 1 unit of Gallic hunters, well, 2 units of Gallic hunters. Median Cav coming on out. They don't realize, though, I would still, I would come way around. Way around. And try and get in the back here. And try and do something. And just wait and be patient. Because the Median Cav could absolutely smash this Desert Cavalry here. They're going after the tower again. 5%. But these guys are getting focused down by all of this incoming arrow fire. They're going to be gone pretty soon. There they go. Oh, hopefully, yep, there we go. Got them up there. Yeah, I was about to say, they might rout. They might rout. And they're gone. A little bit of a battle? No. I thought this was Galatia for a second. Jesus Christ. But a little bit of a standoff at the moment. I mean, he could charge in. If they really wanted to. You know? That? Maybe? Oh, there they go. Archer's coming out. Oh, man. Seleucid and Arverni are making some pretty good plays here. Seleucid's bringing out his archers. And he's going to prop them up over here. Okay? And he's going to fire into the backs of these units here. While Arverni and Syracuse engage with Galatia and Messaceae. Okay? Is he getting on the tap? What are you doing? What are you doing? Do I have to take back my compliment? Again, they may not realize that you can't land your tower here. But this would be the smart thing to do, though. Especially if you can get rid of the arrow tower, like Arverni was trying to do. Bring out your archers, set them right here. Hopefully they don't have anything that could throw down projectiles. And even if they do, infantry only have so many javelins that they can throw, that they can actually use. So if you can get them up here close enough and fire into the backs, that'll definitely be detrimental. Oh boy. Galatian Legionaries here, not doing too hot. 0 kills, too. How do you have 0? They were just getting shot at. That had to have been it, right? Slingers and... yeah. Slingers going to town on the Legionaries. That's... man. That's tough. Tribal Slingers here. 2 kills. They are just dwindling away. Tried to pull them back. Too little, too late. Desert Legionaries doing what they can against the Thorax Swords, but I mean, the combat's even. But yeah, see? You can't, which is ridiculous. Like, why wouldn't you be able to? You should be able to land them up here, but you can't for whatever reason. No, you put them in shield wall, which is going to make them walk even slower. Okay. There you go. Nice. Bring his Thurio spears up front, letting them soften up the Legionaries. I mean, they were losing decisively, and they weren't even in combat. Really seeing good plays here. This has been a fantastic battle so far. There goes the tower. And then, yeah, these guys are just... they're just here. Well, maybe you can land up here if you finagle something. Maybe I'm wrong. Can you? No. Can you? Are they out of ammo? They possibly could be out of ammo. So that is a strong possibility. I mean, 166 kills. Maybe you can. I always thought you couldn't. Yeah, who knows? Ugh. I know that he is probably just dying to come over here. And, oh my god. Oh, but he's sending over the Median Cav to back up the archers. I was about to say, he's handing him a meal on a silver platter, but the Median Cav's coming to back them up. Thurio Spears here getting well and beat. 60 kills down to 74 men. They'll definitely come back 100%. No doubt in my mind. Desert Legionaries not doing too hot, though. Down to 45 men. 108 kills. Galatian Legionaries, however, are fresh and ready to go. 155 men. 60 kills so far. And it might actually be worth getting a little aggressive here. And once this unit breaks, just bum rushing Syracuse and Seleucid here. Because a lot of their forces are concentrated over here, or at least what's left, right? All they have over here are Thurio Spears and 1 unit of Thorax Swordsmen. If they take these 2 units and the Desert Legionaries here, I think that they could cause some serious headaches for the attackers here. But here we go. Finally in combat. Desert Legionaries taking on some Oathsworn. That's not going to go very well. Same for the Galatian Legionaries, too. They're going to have a tough fight in their hands, especially since Battle Rhythm and Headhunt has been popped. Which, I mean, just look at that. Base morale, 355. Melee attack, 72. Weapon damage is 53. But now Headhunt is gone. So it's not going to be as good. Cracked. Second Wind has been popped because Headhunt does detriment to your fatigue, your stamina. So now they're fresh once again and ready to go. But now they're going to take a little bit of a hit on their melee defense and melee attack, but obviously not for long because it's back to normal. Those legionaries are routing at the moment, or wavering rather, I should say. Thurio Spears moving forward. They're going to take on these Galatian legionaries. It's not going to go very well, but honestly, I would have, I think, at least taken the 62-man unit, slipped them on by because there's definitely a hole there, and then just plopped them in the square. Because if he had plopped them in the square, he probably would have gotten an edge into the back of these Galatian legionaries, and then they would have been able to deal with some of these Desert legionaries as well. But yeah, it does not look like he can land the tower here. So screwed the pooch a little bit on that one. Yep, there it goes. But did he get the archers? It does look like he got the arch. Oh, nope, never mind. I lied. And they're up here going after the towers again. This really has been the play as of late, going after towers and getting rid of them. I mean, what is their... Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty significant arc that it can reach into. Let's see. 113 kills for that unit of Oathsworn, 1 for that one. General has 0. Legionary is going to try and take on these guys again. Looks like they were duking it out with the swordsman, but they're getting switched out for a fresh unit of Oathsworn. Oh my god, Peeler right to the face. 140 men left in that unit, 142. But over the period of time, I think the Oathsworn will end up winning this for sure. More Legionaries getting sent up. Veteran Shield Warriors getting fired at. Honestly, I think I would just send the Veteran Shield Warriors in now instead of allowing them to get shot. Man, where are you going? Oh, look at that. Look at that. But these guys are out of ammo, so it doesn't really matter. Coming on out. I mean, he could have sent... Galatia could have sent his general out, at least. And then would have been able to get rid of them in one charge, most likely. Still holding on pretty well. Wow, they're... Really? What's the melee defense? 40, and the armor's 80. I guess the armor is giving them a bit of a leg up. Now they're losing. Yeah, attackers are doing a really good job here. Especially just finding great angles to exploit with the archers. Getting rid of all the towers. That's definitely helping a lot. And then... I mean, overall, I mean, they're switching out units, too, which is great. I mean, you can see that's happening here. They're moving in the Chosen Swordsman, giving the Oathsworn a bit of a break. And then switching the Chosen Swords out and putting the Oathsworn back in. Not much going on over here. Galatian Legionaries take on the Sam Knights. Not really a surprise that they're losing. Archers wavering. They're going to start coming back. These guys, 202 kills. Not bad. Yeah, they're out of ammo. So it looks like Syracuse. Seleucid is out of ammo. I don't know why you're over here. If they could have landed the tower, they would have already. Unless they don't know that they can't land the tower. And they're just doing this to distract them. But slowly but surely, Arverni is making some headway over here. Celtic Slinger is getting pretty beat up. Taking a lot of fire. They are gone. How many kills did they get at least? 164. Not too bad. Desert Legionary, the only holding back Sam Knights and 2 Thurio Spear. They're losing decisively now, though. I mean, they're alright. The melee defense and armor is really what makes them shine for the Sam Knights. but the melee attack and weapon damage definitely is better for the Desert Legionaries, and then of course the Desert Cohort as well. Which, where are they at? Back here? Yeah. There they are. They can! No, they can't. Yeah. Right? I don't think they can. Because it's not... Yeah, they can't. Okay, so that was a waste for them. Lessons learned. They are trying to save this tower as much as they possibly can. I mean, honestly, if he sent out the veteran shield warriors and Galatia sent out his noble horse, the shield warriors could engage the Thurio spears, and these guys could go after the Syrians here. it looked like he was holding a javelin in his arm. But somebody needs to charge out here to deal with these guys. Somebody. Anybody. Find me somebody to love. Oathsworn on their way out, I would imagine 36 men, but they have 305 kills underneath their belt. This unit only 25. Chariots moving on up. And, ooh boy. Pulling back. Pulling back. Man, you know what I would actually like to see return? I'm almost positive that this was a game mechanic in Medieval 2. But do you remember in Medieval 2, you could cycle charge with your cav, like your heavy shot cav or whatever, but not actually engage with infantry, but you could just keep like fake charging, and it would actually demoralize your enemy. I want that to come back. I want that to be a thing again. I always thought that was a cool mechanic. That you could just scare your enemy into running away. Alright, so they burned down the tower. I would have sent these guys out. Try and stop them. Because they're going to be able to take care of the archers. Even if the Thurio spears had gotten involved. I mean, they have all their javelins, but even still. Defensive line is getting rather thin here. Bounce power is definitely more in the favor of the attackers at the moment. Legionaries charge on in, catching these Oathsworn here. 321 kills, down to 20 guys. They're probably going to be out of here pretty soon. These Galatian Legionaries not having too great of a time, but of course they are getting shot at and or javelined into by these thorax swords, who it appears are columning up. And they're going to try and find a little sneak space, I would imagine, to slip on by. Even if they don't make it all the way through, they'll still end up getting involved with some of these Galatian Legionaries here. But I would imagine once these Oathsworn are gone, these dead Legionaries are going to move on forward to assist the Galatian Legionaries there. Chariots moving fast? Not really. They're just hanging out. They're waiting for their time to shine. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left in this one, guys. Who knows who's going to win? Ooh, there we go. Thurio spears have been pulled back. Median Cav's going to get charged in there. Honestly. And there we go. Noble Cavs coming on out. Noble Horse. Maybe they can capture. Oh, they're actually burning down the gate. Not terrible idea. Not great either. There we go. No, don't go back in. What are you doing? You can beat these guys. They're medium cav. You're heavy cav. Don't leave Lusitani out to dry. My brother in Christ. Why? Oh well. Hopefully Lusitani goes back on inside. instead of getting drawn out over here. Oh, chariots coming on in. Trampling the Desert Legionary slingers, firing away at these guys, trying to get rid of them. Up to 130 kills so far. Charging into the running away veteran shield warriors. They are just going to absolutely shred them to pieces. Right into the back of these Desert Legionaries. Oh my gosh. Keep moving. You got to keep clicking. Got to keep clicking. It's like the only time that it's kosher to pull units through is with elephants and chariots, and that's it. Big charge there. Big charge. 237 kills. Pulling them back out. Only lost a couple guys there. Lost 4. But the amount of damage that they did, my lord. And this unit is still just holding on. These 2 units. He needs to get these, I think, well, I was going to say he should calm these guys up and slip them by, but got this pretty fresh unit here. I'm gonna, or maybe they were searching for more archers, possibly. Bernie's coming back on in. Will we see them charge again? We might. Good possibility, especially again if you can find a good opening. If I'm Seleucid, I would shift these chariots over here and wait for this to break, or just send them in because there's not a lot left here, and send them in. You might be able to get them to break pretty quickly. Let's take a look at the archers real quick. These guys, the Balearic slingers here, definitely have ammo. They don't. And these guys still do as well. Pick top light generals moving on forward. Median light infantry is getting sent on in. They have a fairly good melee defense and armor, so they should definitely prove to be pretty helpful to holding this flank over here. Now again, we're just moving forward. Veteran shield warriors holding against some chosen swordsmen. Desert legionaries losing decisively against Oathsworn. These veteran shield warriors, 0 kills, but maybe they do or do not have their ammo anymore. Or even more to the point, auto fire might have been turned off. Got a little bit of a kill box going on here with the Lusitani Masacely. They're throwing their javies into somebody. Chosen swordsman not doing too hot. But look at this. Arverni's bringing his guys around, and they're going to be able to fire into at least kind of the sides of Masacely's troops here. And Galatia needs to watch out because his noble horse definitely within firing range. Like Galatia and Masacely over here lost their 2 units holding the line. Numidian light infantry have been sent in to try and hold back all of these dudes. It's going to be tough though. Balearic slingers are firing right on in. Maybe at the Syracuse general. Definitely would be the good thing to go after. These guys out, 133 and 99. Now they should still have ammo left. But they do not. Alright, no surprise. They only have 125 range, so... Ooh. Bud. This is not... Wait, what? Come on. Really? These guys are losing against Cav? But you are spears. That's not supposed to happen. Oh, he brought... I feel like this general set abilities are not really worth it. For me, it's either Raise Banner and Rally or Second Wind and Battle Rhythm. Those, to me, are like the 2 most useful ones that I feel you could possibly have. But combat's even, but I would imagine that's going to change. Not soon, but slowly. Well, now it's going to change pretty quickly. Because the Median Cab have been sent in. So yeah, Galatia's general Again, I mean, he should have just kept him on the inside. He would have been more useful there than going on out here. He's losing slightly. That's going to change, I would imagine, soon. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Where are those chariots? Where are those chariots? Where are they? Are they gone? No. They are. The chariots got. Where are they? Oof. Must have got just absolutely hit with javelin fire. Had to have been it. Silver Shield Swords moving on up. Balearic Slingers changing their target. Noble Horse is losing. Yeah, this is not... As soon as the Median Cab moved in, I mean, that's when he should have pulled out. Unless he left, because he didn't have anything left. Save for his general. Arverni's archers still firing into the Lusitania Noble General. Definitely a good target to go for. They only have a 45 armor value. I mean, their melee defense is insane, but they just don't... Lusitania does not do well against ranged targets. Balearic Slingers over here, 127 kills. Are they out of ammo? They are out of ammo, so they're just going to be over here to try and stem the tide of Thurio Spears, I guess. Chosen Swords starting to waver. Hopefully they break en route. Desert Cohort in the mix. 161 kills, down to 94 men, unfortunately, but no surprise, really. I mean, they're surrounded by 4 units. Oathsworn General here is taking on Lusitania General. They are losing decisively. And this one's almost over. All in all, though, fantastic battle. Yeah, I don't know if the defenders could have done anything differently. I think that Masacely and Galatia could have coordinated a little bit more with their cav. They could have dealt with the situation out here. Not that I think that it would have helped a great deal. But, yeah. I also think particularly especially on this map, if you're defending and you choose to play as Kush, Saba, Nabatea, or Masacely, I think that it is always worth at least heavily considering bringing an onager instead of relying on wall artillery. Because if, hypothetically speaking, if Masacely had brought an onager and he kept it back here, the amount of devastation that he would have been able to rot down on these units here would have been crippling. And potentially could have turned the tide, too, depending on where he had it stationed for, you know, each stretch of the battle. So, yeah, I mean, whenever I play as one of the desert factions, I mean, honestly, it's usually either Nabatea or Masacely, and I'm defending, yeah, you bet your sweet ass I'm going to think about bringing an onager. I'm going to consider it, because it can turn the tide. It really can turn the tide. But unfortunately, I think the defenders do not have what it takes to... well, they definitely don't. Unless something miraculous happens. What's going on over here? Desert Cohort's doing pretty good. 327 kills so far. Managing to hold off these 2 Sand Knights here. Syrians had to pull on back because they were starting to waver. Silver Shield Swords obviously beating the Balearic Slingers. How many kills do they have? 170. Triple Bronze Chevron, not bad. And then 134 for the Noble Fighters there. Noble Fighter General from Lusitania's gone. And that's it. Whew! Costly enemy victory. They made him pay for it. All right. We will start with Antisocial Husky getting 1,982 kills, 89 for his general. That is rough because they can definitely put up some numbers. 219, 203, 171, and 395 for his Balearics, though. So well done there. Amazing, honestly. 12, 19, and 144. Oh my God. I don't know. I think I might have only had a handful of battles where they actually make triple digits. I'm telling you. Iberian swordsmen are good. You just need to have them supported. And I think they're just better late game, too. 135 for the other Lusitania Noble. Skitari Spearman, 92, 5, 49, and 35. That's really unfortunate. I think that they could have done a lot better if they had just set up a better defensive line. But hindsight's 2020. And then Veteran Shield Warriors, 39, 22, 299, not bad, and then 51 and 3. The Boxer getting 1,645 kills, 53 for the Heavy Numidian Skirmishers. That is unfortunate because these boys can put up some serious numbers. 15 for the Desert Cav, 5, 52, and 47 for the Slingers. 348, though, for the Desert Cohort. Awesome. Numidian Light Infantry, 36, 42, 54, and 64. Cthulhu Tribesmen, 28, and then the Desert Legionaries, 110, 211, 212, nice, 79, 62, 49, 39, 37, and 92. Slitten Lull, 1,738 kills, 76 for his general, 164 for the Celtic Slingers, 80, 130, and 134 for the Syrians. Galatian Legionaries, this unit getting 0, my God. That's unfortunate. 64, 77, 118, 180, 195, and 260. Well done with that unit. Galatian Swordsman, 27, 33, 39, 37, 45, and 79 for the Naked Swords. Yar, I is a pirate, getting 2,620 kills. 140 for his general, 241 for the Ballista, 118 for the Median Cav, 379 for the Chariots. Nice. 179, 166, 210, and 202 for the Archers, so well done there. 54, 89, Jesus. 8 and 5. I've never seen 89 on the Hillman unit. And then the Thorax Swords, 110, 157, 100, 72, 141, 109, 82, and then 58 for the Thurio Spears. Odysseys, getting 2,644 kills. If I said that wrong, I apologize. 78 for his general. 58 for the Ballista, 146, 136, 207, and 249 for the Archers. Just seriously, the attackers really killed it with their Archers. At least so far, Seleucid and Arverni did. So well done for those guys. 18, 69, 89 for the Celtic Warriors. Chosen Swords, 99, 109, 180, 244, and 71, and 91. Nice with this one. 14 and 0 for the Levy Freeman, and 460 and 326 for the other Oathsworn. So awesome, well done there. And then Major Disaster, 2,061 kills, 78 for the General, 99 and 133 for the Archers, 178 and 170 for the Balearics, 164, 84, 105 for the Samnites, only 7 for the Pikes. That's unfortunate. 170, 157, 138, 67, 91, 129, and 111 for the Thorax Swords, and 61, 52, and 67 for the Thurio Spears. And that's going to be it. Again, hell of a battle. Defenders put up a fierce defense for sure. But the attackers were on point with just finding little, not necessarily exploits, but I mean, going around. I definitely think that burning down the arrow towers aided and abetted in their victory, and moving their archers around the battlefield so much and exploiting angles also really came in clutch for the attackers. But all right. That is going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I certainly did. And as always, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.